Hey everybody, Tim and Julie here for another Batman Beyond Season 2, Part 4, episodes 12, 13, 14, 15. So a lot happens. But a lot happens every episode. That's why we do this. So episode 12, Babel. One of my favorite Bible stories. Like, I'm not religious, but I grew up with a minister, so like I know the Bible quite a bit. And the Tower of Babel is one of the stories that I do really like. Completely like makes no fucking sense to be real honest with you to me, but it's a nice story at the same time. Where for those that don't know, the Tower of Babel, people were building a giant tower because that was their goal to reach heaven, and God wanted to stop them, so that's when He created different languages to confuse everybody. How that makes sense, no idea, but it's nice. It's the thought that counts. Anyway, so in this episode, it starts out kind of interesting with animals going crazy, and then it throws you the curveball where Bruce and Terry are talking, and then they just start talking gibberish.
Yeah.
And that's where you're like, oh, this is weird. And it turns out Shriek is messing with sound waves.
Mm-hmm.
Once again, how that translates to people not understanding English, I don't know. But it's a cartoon, so you roll with it.
Yeah.
What do you think of this one? The Return of Shriek. His second
It was
appearance?
okay. Yeah, it was okay. Because, what started it was the dog.
Ace.
Started getting on, was it Terry?
Yeah. First he growled at Terry, and then he growled at Bruce.
At Bruce, and...
They're like, what? And Max had her cat.
Yeah, and Terry shot him with a couple tranquilizers, and then he took him down to the animal hospital, and the whole town was in there with all their animals going crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was sad. You didn't know what was going on until everybody started talking gibberish.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and the sound waves, but yeah, it was okay.
Okay. Next episode, Terry's friend dates a robot. This episode is about Terry's friend, who dates a robot. It's all about Howard. It's the first appearance of Howard, who does come back. He gets his parents' credit card and buys himself a love doll. That's it. Like, I'm like, how did they even make this?
And invites everybody to his party.
And they just destroy his house.
Destroy it.
Which I never had a house party growing up. I don't know.
No, me neither. But yeah, it was okay. Yeah, it was funny, but it was okay.
I don't know. Yeah, that one was pretty straightforward. Episode 14, Eyewitness, kind of an interesting one, where Commissioner Barbara, watches Terry, I lost his name, watches Terry kill Mad Stan. At this point, Mad Stan's made a few cameos. Mm-hmm. And he's like, I didn't kill Mad Stan. But Barbara's like, I saw you do it. Mm-hmm. So the whole episode's like, what's going on?
Right.
And then, of course, it ends up being Spellbinder in his, like, third or fourth appearance at this point. Like, he's I think, the most returning.
Yeah.
So Spellbinder returns and is just making people see stuff. So, once again, it's just kind of establishing it's the Scarecrow of Batman Beyond.
It was okay. I mean, yeah, Barbara was giving, came to Bruce and told him that, to turn Terry in because of all this going on and how she witnessed this, and if he didn't do it, she would get him.
Which I like how Bruce actually stuck up for him.
Yeah,
like Bruce was okay.
Yeah, he knew there was no way that he had done that.
And the final episode for this group, final cut. I didn't think she'd come back, but it's the return of Curare, which I like that name, Curare. And basically the whole episode is her tracking down other assassins I didn't write his name. I think Mucho, something like that. I loved. So the other assassin that she was trying to kill throughout this whole episode was voiced by Tim Curry, one of my favorite actors of all time. The original voice actor for the Joker in the animated series before he was replaced with Mark Hamill. But his accent is so over the top, and I would try to impersonate it, but I couldn't do it justice. And it's so thick and it's so over the top, and you're just like, oh my god! But like instantly, like I love Tim Curry's voice, and as soon as he spoke, I was like, I know who that is. Which Jordan's a big Tim Curry fan, so whenever I see him or he wakes up, like I'm gonna play this episode for him just see if he figures it out. Which he loves the Wild Thornberries, and Tim Curry's the voice actor for the dad in that, so I think he'll get it. Nigel Thornberry. But yeah, so the Return of Curare, Tim Curry as an assassin. What'd you think?
That's one that I just don't care for her.
Okay. Is it because she doesn't talk?
She doesn't talk. She just wants to slice and dice everybody.
Oh.
But she.
Not as interested in Curare?
Mm-hmm.
Compared to the last assassin guy that we saw, the big game hunter guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I like her because she has blue skin.
Blue skin.
That's about it. Okay. Any thoughts? So these four, not as great. Little bit of a low point.
Yeah, they were reaching. Because Barbara should have known that Terry isn't.
I agree 100%.
That and why she just went after him.
Because and Bruce pulls up the security footage, and there's no security footage. Like it cuts.
Right.
To me, that's something Barbara should have done.
Yeah, she should have.
100% agree. Barbara fell off in that one. I do agree with that. Yeah. Anything else?
No.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So, for those who've seen these four, what did you think of Shriek's return, the first appearance of Howard? Let's see, Mad Stan, Spellbinder, and Curare. I still like that name, Curare. What did you think of it? Go ahead, let us know. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for subscribing. We'll see you guys next time.